All right. This morning, as promised, it's time for another edition of What You Say, Shay. If you just joined us, What You Say, Shay is a new segment of where our redhead diva Shay has all the answers to any problem you have. It could be car problem, baby problem, big toenail problem, child support problem, friends at the court problem. Any problem you have, she has the answer to. So, this week, we started the segment off. On Monday, a listener gave us a really great email. They needed help. Let me just give you a little bit of a backtrack on this if you didn't join us on Monday on this. A lady was dating a guy. She's dating a guy. She met him, okay? And what happened was the guy, they went on 2 dates. They went out to dinner on the first one. They went to the club on the second one over the weekend. Well, what happened was the next day at her job, she had 3 dozen roses waiting for her at her desk. Guess what happened? She was awestruck. She thought it was the most sweetest thing. But it dawned on her. She never gave or told this guy where she worked. So she was afraid that he invaded on her privacy. Well, they talked it out, and said she was going to stick with him because Shay said to stick with him because of the fact it was a very nice gesture. Well, guess what? Part 2 of the story was she come to find out that the car that he said he owned was not his because she saw in the glove compartment it was registered in his mama's name. And she thought it was a red flag. Shay said, no, it's not a red flag at all. It's not a red flag at all. It was just the fact is, hey, he might have just got in her name or whatever or the whole thing. All right. We're at part 3 now on this. This is a doozy for you. She says, this is her letter here. She says, hey, you guys, I really want to thank you guys right now. So far, things are going pretty good. But another issue has come up in this relationship. I need to get Shay's opinion. As you know, I told you he was a very generous guy. He's very loving, very generous. Well, we talked about in our last report I gave you guys on this situation that he talked about in relationships, there should be some kind of financial, they should help each other financially in dating. He says while dating, he feels like that we each other should help each other financially. Well, guess what happened? Well, we started talking about our past. We talked about our ex-boyfriend and girlfriends, and do we still have contact with them? Well, I told him that once I'm done with my ex. He says, well, I still have contact with my ex-girlfriends. He said, but there's no intimacy going on. So she said, well, what's going on? Well, according to what he told her, she said that he still helps them financially because he did that in the relationship when they were in a relationship. So they may call, and he said they may need help with a car note. They may need help with some issues, and he gives them money, financial support, because he said they're still friends. She said she thought that was a little odd. Why would you want to help someone out like that? So, Shay, I need to find out, should he be helping these women out financially, his exes, while he's in a relationship with me right now? Is there anything wrong with that? Personally, I think he shouldn't. If they're ex and they need help, they should go somewhere else rather than to my man. She put my man and put 2 lines underneath it. Should I have an issue with this? And should he be helping his exes financially while he's dating me?
Yes.
Yes, what?
And no.
Oh my goodness. Can we get a direct answer on this?
You asked me 2 questions. I'm answering both.
Okay, well,
the first question was,
should he be helping his exes out financially?
No.
Okay.
But what you asked me before is there a problem with this? And I said yes. Then you said, well, should he be helping this? And I said no. So now I'm answering your question.
Okay. So
the reason why I say this, because these are flags. These are flags that you watch for. Remember, I always told you to keep that third eye open. And this is where those little things that start happening, you start tallying up. Now, helping a friend out is one thing. But when you've been intimately involved with someone and you're still helping them, especially if per se that this car that you have is not in your name, it's in your mama's name, then it sounds like you need to be helping yourself and not helping these other people. So, girl, I ain't gonna do it.
Can I do it?
I ain't gonna do it. Go ahead.
You agree? So you say, okay, so you're saying he's wrong for helping his exes out financially, even though he said they're still friends.
Yeah, one of the things too, also that's piquing an interest here for me, or raising a flag for me, is the fact that he says financially that they should help each other, but also remember they were just dating before when we last talked about this. So I guess they kind of went on and took the plunge to be in a relationship. So this is a serious problem. If they're dating and they're in a relationship now, then that needs to be cut off. Communication, you need to tell him, okay, let it go. Now, if he don't want to let that go, then that's a problem. So I would say,
run, girl, run for your life. Run, girl, run for your life.
Yeah, I cannot imagine Teddy coming to me and still saying that he's financially helping any ex, unless it's the ex-wife because they have children.
Right.
I totally get that. And even sometime then, I'm like, you pay child support. Every now and then you could jump in with other little things. But besides that, no, they should be good, well good. Because when they come over to our house, we make sure they're taken care of too, to the fullest extent. So yeah, that's a big flag for me.
Ooh.
That would be a big flag for me. And that's where communication really needs to come in. Homegirl, listen, let me tell you something. Homegirl, listen. You listening? You're there. Wake up. Because everything ain't perfect. That's when the communication really needs to be broken down. What is he going to do? Is he going to still stick with that situation and help those ladies? Or is he going to let that go? And plus, how many is it? How many is it?
He said 2. She said it was 2.
Too many. Too many.
How about 1 too many?
No, honey. Too many. Too many. When I go get my nails done, that's what they say. Too many. That's too many. I don't know what language you need to understand it in, but that's too many, boo. 2 is too many. 1 is too many. Because my thing is that's an open door.
Uh-oh.
That's an open door for any type of situation to happen. That's an open door, and we don't want that to happen. We don't need none of that.
Wow. I'm going to tell you right now, you got your answer. What you say, Shay? You said run.
Yes.
Wow.
I'm saying communicate. Find out what's going on, because that's an open door waiting to happen. My thing is, if they're comfortable enough to take money from you, they're comfortable enough to take some stuff off for you, or even to feel like they need to thank you in other ways. You get what I'm saying?
Or they can't pay it back.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And another thing too, something about having an ex. If y'all broke up for a strange reason, it wasn't just because y'all was just totally mad at each other and stuff like that. But if y'all broke up for a strange reason, then I promise you, those girls can always get back, and you just don't want that issue.
All right.
I don't want to feel insecurities will set in, girl. So don't start it, okay? Too many.
All right. So.
Ooh, you got me fired on this one.
So I get a chance to say my quote.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Do I get a chance to say it? Do you agree with me on this one? Do I get a chance to say it?
This is what you say. If he isn't willing to let that go, then
run, girl, run for your life.
All right. But if he's willing to let that go, and see, that's another thing. You'll be worried if he's sneaking it behind your back. See, I don't like stuff like this. I ain't got time for that, brother, man, because she already making 6 figures. She good on, and that's my thing too. She's good already where she at in her life. Don't come in her life with all that bull crap, because she was already good before you stepped into it. Anytime a man, and man, these guys, this is for you too. Ladies, this is for you too. Anytime a man or a woman step into your life, they should better your life. They should not change it for the worse. And if he's not bringing something positive to the table, let it go.
All right. Our phone number, 248-809-6400. Also, you can chime in on Facebook and Instagram with us on this one. Once again, what you say, Shay?
That's what I say.
And that's what she said. So that's what let it be written. Let it be done. So keep it locked in to the A-listmorningshow.com. Coming up, more of your favorites, 30 years and counting of R&B and hip-hop all morning long. And, of course, LL Cool J making the news this morning, ladies, and people are not happy with him. You keep it locked in to the A-listmorningshow.com.